Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. I wanted to show you guys basically the best game that I had in my Tier 3 38H. Fortunately, it's not a very long game, so we can show you how it's working versus, whatever tanks that were in the matches. So I think it might be of interest to you and it might help you. But definitely they changed the 38H to cheat players, and it's really quite disgusting in that regard because that's what has happened. So let's just go see. Welcome to Serene Coast. Alright, so here we go. This game lasts like under 4 minutes, so great in that regard. Now the thing is, the 38H, a lot of times I use it like a medium to short range sniper, and that's what I'm going to do here, because one of the things it has a monster view range for even a tier 3. The view range maximizes at 432 meters. Now look at this. The only tank I know that has a longer range is the Pack 40. The Pack 40 view range is over 500. But this tank has a pretty monster range for viewing. And I take advantage of that whenever I'm on maps where there's open area like Serene Coast. Province is another good one. Mines is another good one for that. Live Oaks again is another one that has some good spots for medium range or long range or short range sniping. And the fast reload. This reload is 1.66 seconds. It's crazy. Now my 38H has got all the bases covered. Maximum view range, minimum possible reload. Now the thing it doesn't have, because it has a naturally accurate gun by wargaming standards, so there's no steady aim on this tank, and I'll show you the skills after this match is over. So we can get a 5-point improvement fairly easily on the next skill if we want to do that. It just all depends on what you're looking to do in the 38H. Crushed him. Alright, I got it. Move out of the way. Now the thing is, you got to remember, nobody has a better view range than the 38H in this match because there's no Pack 40. So he can't see. If I can't see them, they cannot see me unless they're in a 38H, in position where they can, close, if they're closer than 432 meters. So that's one of the things about 38H. It needs to, be back away from the enemy. Why give him sight of view when he doesn't have it based on his natural viewing? They need a spotter to get a spot on you. They can't do it on their own. They can shoot at your gun flashes like I was shooting on that guy and he was shooting at me. That was completely fair by both of us. We were both doing the same thing. But I just moved, and I'll get a better spot eventually on him because I have a superior range. Unless it was a 38H, then we're even. If he has all the perks, the Born Leader, enhanced ration, the binoculars, the optics on the tank. There's 4 things you have to have the 432 meter range. So game over, we won. Fantastic. Basic stuff. 3 kills, 1500 damage. This is a great match for building commander skill. As a tier 3, this happens even when I was a tier 2. because the gun reload was still good at 2.00 seconds. And, you know, these guys, there weren't a lot of threes there. Okie dokie. And this is what we had. Now, as usual, 38H with all premiums, you lose 30, 40 grand. I lost 41,000 silver. But it doesn't matter. I get it back like this in Cold War. But 3 kills, 1,500 damage, 200 assists as a bonus. That's fine. Got some blocking, 270. Can't complain. Look at that, 101 free XP. That's nice. And I got 20, it looks like 28,000, almost 29,000. That was a ×4 commander booster, 1,500 damage. You know, when you're playing a ×4 booster, you get if you get over 1,000 damage, you know, you're looking, depending on how much you get, you're looking at, you know, 25,000 plus or minus 5,000. So I was, you know, 25,000 plus another like 3,750. That was a very good game. If I scored even more, you could get, you know, in excess of 50 grand. I have done it. I've had games 2,500 damage in a 38H. You know, just you catch the break. You get the right enemy combination of guys, the right traffic pattern to make kills and get shots on guys even if you don't kill them. So it's all about damage. You get paid for damage. And while the Tier 4 games, the damage of the 38H is much reduced, and that's the screw job. This one looks like a normal kind of Tier 3 game where everything went in my favor, traffic pattern, shot opportunities, etc. And so you see my 1,500 damage comes up to, you know, close to 30,000 commander points, which is really fantastic. That's the attractiveness of the 38H, because you can cash the commander points if you have been trained by somebody who's good in 38H, as I was, and then, you know, get on your own and learn things that, you know, you need to know on your own. So medals, you know, high caliber, I did the most damage, did more damage than my hit points, obviously. Took damage from 2 guys that I killed. That's a duelist. And second class badge, not bad. You know, there's the rest of the team. You know, one guy was decent, the other guy not so much. But when you're rolling 1,500 damage and robots are knocking those guys off for me, hey, I can't complain. But this guy did get 4 kills. So one of the things that's important to win games, you need to do one of 2 things. You need to score a lot of points of damage, or you got to do the second thing, and that's kill guys. And if you can do a decent amount of both, you're going to finish higher, like me. I had a decent, you know, 3 kills was decent, 1,500 damage was outstanding. This guy had a not so hot damage count. Sorry, not this guy here. He did okay. His damage, 277, not great. But compensating to help the team, he killed 4 guys. Can't argue with that. Hey, you know, not everybody's going to have over 1,000 damage, and not everybody's going to have 4 kills. I didn't get 4 kills, but I did get 1,500 damage. He didn't get 1,500 damage, but he had 4 kills. So you need players to play well in different roles and take advantage of it, which we did. So he did a great job. I did a great job. That's why we won. It's just that simple. So congratulations. Really well played. Go. What? Only wargaming. They erased my saved favorite tanks, and it's already happened multiple times. That's why they were gone, and I only had the 38H on there. It's rather ridiculous. This just goes to show you how incompetent wargaming is. It's incompetence on one hand, and on the other hand, it's cheating when they need it. So anyway, it doesn't matter. You know, arbitrarily, they'll just dump your favorite tanks and you got to recreate the list. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So it's just the reality. It happened on screen. I explained it. That's all there is to it. If you don't like it, that's mean. Well, don't be stupid. They're stupid. They're stupid. They're incompetent. They're greedy, and they're criminals. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. Go watch a shill. Watch one of the shills tell you things to make you feel better. But if that makes you feel better, there's something wrong with you. They're robbing you, one way or the other. They're mistreating you. I just call it out when I see it. So that covers the 38H. You know, like I said, yeah, it's a screw job, but you could still get some good games. But, you know, Zero Goldfish told me that he thought it was awful, it was worse than anticipated, and he said he retired his 38H. So I made this video so can show off what's going on, give you the straight scoop, whatever happens, happens. That was one good game. I had some others that weren't that good. He's not wrong. The Tier 4 games are rather unbearable for most people, and they're crooked to me. I was able to do okay, but I still thought it was criminal. That's just me. So that's my opinion. If you like it, fine. If you don't like it, hasta la vista. See you later. So pretty much we're done. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Look forward to seeing you guys again in another video. And please remember, like and subscribe.